Hi, thanks for watching Aquarium Tech tonight. Since I had the opportunity, I was gonna just make a little video showing you how to mod Aqueon hoods, alright? I'm taking this video with my laptop, so I'll try my best. I'm just kind of, you know, it's kind of late, so I'm not gonna be doing it out there with the regular camera. But anyways, basically I was just gonna show you, you know, because I know a lot of people have stupid problems with the Aqueon hoods because they made them stupidly. So I'll go ahead and show you some of the things that I would do. Now, I actually just tried to make this video, and apparently my microphone and my laptop didn't pick up anything. So I kind of already got this done, but I'll show you anyways. Alright, usually this, here it is, this is obviously all, has plastic all through the back of it, so you obviously can't put anything on there. And this right here is the actual cutout that you're supposed to follow for your filter, and as you can see, that's not a lot. I mean, that's like one small filter. Stop! Stop! Sorry, I got cats here. They're playing with some of the plastic shards that came off when I cut it. Hold on. Anyways, so basically I already cut it off, but what you're going to want to use with this is some kind of fine-tooth saw, Dremel, or tin snips, and that's usually what I use, is tin snips. And basically what you do is you take your tin snips and you'll just you know, you cut into the plastic here. There's a little bit I'll show you, and you just cut straight into it. Usually what I do is I follow the pattern right here. This is usually hooked on right here. Like I said, I'm taking this with my laptop, so I do it right there, and I start here, because when I start here, this leaves this little back piece, because you do want a little bit on the back, because it'll help stabilize this hood on your tank, and it won't really affect anything. But so that's why I start here. I guess they make all their hoods with the same kind of back setup, so that way it allows for, you know, a lot of room back here, and it still gets a little bit of stabilization. So I start back there, and I usually just cut straight on down. I'll like cut this part out, and then I basically just go all the way down the length of this instead of just stopping where that piece is. Alright? And you just keep cutting with your tin snips. It's okay if it looks ugly, so like if you can see here, this one isn't perfect either, but it's going to be sitting on your tank like this, and you won't see it, so not a big deal. Alright? And, you know, I usually just cut it to the other piece right back here. You can cut it even further, but like I said, I usually leave a little bit on this back so it'll have some stabilization. Alright? Like I said, I actually filmed me cutting it, but my microphone didn't work, so I'm sorry about that. But at least I'm actually taking the opportunity to make a video, even though this is like a horrible time for me to do this, but, you know, whatever helps. So, anyways, this is actually my first style hood I've had like this. Like, I know Aqueon, you know, I have some, like, one of the older ones right over there, and it's, you know, it has the glass on the bottom, and then it has the piece that you pick up with incandescence in it, and then it has, you know, I've had the other one with the single tube, you know, so, but this is my first one like this. So, and just a word of warning, when you're cutting this back here, I noticed that this plastic isn't as good as the other ones. It's kind of I'm trying to think of the word here, brittle, and basically as you're cutting through it, it won't just be like a continuous cut, like a piece of paper. If you can imagine, you'll cut into it, and then it'll crack, and then you'll go to the end of the crack, cut it, and then it'll crack again. And the plastic's just really brittle, so it cracks like that. And unfortunately, you know, you got to be careful, because it might actually, I almost had it crack up into here. But it's a mod I suggest you do. It'll make your life a whole lot easier. All right. And then I'm not really planning on doing a mod to this. Like I said, I haven't used this yet, so I don't know how much of a pain in the butt it'll be having this small little flap here instead of the whole thing. So, but I'll probably create a mod for it, you know, just because I do. But anyways, going to the other side here. First off, I know it has the same crappy reflectors as the old one, the old incandescent fixtures, but these are more easily removable. They just come out with this one screw, which holds these in place. And you know, I plan on doing a mod on that. In fact, I've been trying to track down someone who can either make me reflective material or just something that I can buy to make reflective material out of, you know, that I can bend or whatever, but I haven't had any luck with that. So, because I plan on modding like some of, I have like 2 other Aqueon fixtures that I still use, and I really wanted to mod those and put some other ones on that. So, plan on that in the future if I ever find reflective material I need to, you know, make better reflectors for these, because it might look here on the screen like it's a good reflector, but it's absolutely horrible. I can't even see like my finger in the reflection. So, anyways, now going to these, I know probably some people might just cut these off or use them. I would suggest using them, but don't just throw them away either. All right, or I mean, I'm sorry, not using them, but I wouldn't just throw them away. Like I'll show you what I mean. Because these basically, I don't know, like, first off, you wouldn't have to worry about these if they just made them clear. I don't know why. If you can see, it's like a foggy. It's hard for light to get through it. I don't understand why they did that, but I won't understand why Aqueon does some of the things they do, ever. So, anyways, this is what I suggest for these. Okay, don't throw these out. All right. Now I like to put, of course, like I think I said it in the incandescent video, I like to use these self-balancing bulbs in place. Alright, they make show bulbs, which are basically these, but they do a lot more wattage, but they're huge, and they usually don't fit in these fixtures. And they make the Par 38 LEDs too, but those have to be pendant style. They have to be sitting down, you know, they have to be hovering over it. So, alright, so these are the ones I usually choose to use, and for price, I mean, they're 10 and 20 bucks. These are the 20 watts, alright? I haven't been able to find really any better ones, like 67K for plants. This is, I found the Color Max ones, I think they're like 8000K or something, like the standard Aqueon ones. And then there's these that are 10,000K. One of these tubes is 10,000K, and the other one is a 10, alright? So that's why it says 50/50 on it too, if you wonder. So, but this is the one I think looks the best and have the best selecting for growing plants and, you know, looking good. So, all right. So I'll show you, you know, what to do with these. But basically, you want to screw your bulb into your fixture all the way, just like it's running. All right. And then take this. And, you know, just put it on like it would usually be on. And what you'll want to do is, like on incandescents, I know you can pretty much cut the most of this plastic piece off, you know, because there's really no exposed parts. But if you plan on upgrading to these, I would keep this, alright? And what you want to do is, as you can see, the self-ballasting part, you know, there might be a little way for water to get into there because it has a little vents on here, I'm guessing, for heat. And of course the bulb connections. So I suggest putting something over it to cover that open, you know, electrical part. So this bulb can usually get pretty wet, you know, without any problems. I've seen it. Like I had ones over a saltwater tank, and they got like really messed up. Like there's still like salt crusted on them and stuff, and they still work fine on the bulb part. So there's, you know, the bulbs doesn't really matter. So, and plus this is going to block the bulb's light, so this is why I say to do this. So basically what you'll do is you'll see how far the ballast part comes up on this, and on this particular one it's about halfway, which is marked by this circle right here. This is the halfway point. Alright, so I'm basically going to cut this in half. Alright, now I have one where I already drew a line on because, like I said, I did another video on this already. So, alright. And I was going to use a hacksaw on this because that seemed better, because more appropriate because of how flexible it is. I'm thinking tin snips might break this. But I tried, and the saw really didn't go in. I tried really hard, and I don't know why, it just didn't cut into it. So I'm gonna try tin snips again, because I don't want to be using the Dremel tool here in my room. So anyways, we'll try tin snips, and we'll see if it works. And you know, if it doesn't, that's something to educate yourself with. So you know, don't use tin snips. All right. But I can already tell you're gonna want to be very careful, because like I said, it was cracking with the other plastic, and I can tell this is similar. So anyways, I have a trash can right here. Gonna have a trash can. And let's cut it in half. I'm being very gentle, very careful. So I really don't want this to break. I feel like it's gonna break here in a second. Now, if you notice, I'm not letting it go out to the tip. I'm kind of using the back of the tin snips to cut it, because those are usually the sharper ends that have more pressure on them, and they, you know, the tip of it is going to be more likely to crack the plastic, especially since it's curved. So, oh, perfect. Thank you. Oh, please don't crack. Now you might have to use the tip a couple times and just cut, you know, small little cuts with the tip like I am right here. Ooh, I am almost there. Don't break on me. Actually, they're just splitting apart a little bit, so it'll make it a little bit easier to cut. There we go, perfect. Alright. Let's bring it back up here, and let's get my plastic back. As you can see, I cut this in half, and on either side you can actually, since if you're using those bulbs for this fixture, you can obviously just use one of these and cut it in half and use it for both bulbs. So, but anyways, let's take another look. So we got this, and so obviously going to, oh wow, I see. Has to be screwed on to the screw here. Like I said, this is my first time ever owning this fixture. This is a first time experience for me. This wasn't, so, a learning experience. But just so you know, I just looked here and saw it's preventing you from doing this by having this screw here. So when you put it back here, it's not going to work. So what you're going to do is I'm not going to, because I don't have tape by me, I'm not going to do it on film, but just take a piece of tape and tape it there to the reflector. It's fine. So that's what I'm going to do. But as you can see here, it covers the ballast part, but it doesn't cover the bulb, which is perfect. That's exactly what you want for more light. Alright? And protection and safety. So, alright? Just a little video. I had some time on my hands. I was doing this project, so I figured this might help some people out. I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you me cutting this because my laptop microphone blanked out on me, alright? So, like I said, I plan on doing more videos and mods to these Aqueon hoods, because I know a lot of people own them, and I know they can be a real pain in the ass. Alright? So, if you have any questions, just, you know, go ahead and contact me, alright? Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in.